Hello, my friends. Mrs. Short here. I have a book about feelings to read to you. And I don't know if you can see my sweatshirt. It says love. So it's one of my favorite sweatshirts. Got a lot of really beautiful sweatshirts that I've bought lately that talk about feelings. And of course, I have my pillows. This one says, do what you love. And this one says, take it easy, meaning it's okay to slow down when you need to. Well, this book is called How Do You Feel? And it's written by Anthony Brown. Let's see if he has any dedications in this book. Not in the front, but maybe in the back. And I want you to think about this and think about how you feel right now. And don't say, oh, a book about feelings. It's important to talk about your feelings with people that you trust. So, anyway, I'll stop talking and I'll start reading. How Do You Feel by Anthony Brown. How do you feel? Well, sometimes I feel bored, and sometimes I do, even though there's toys there. And sometimes I feel lonely. I do too sometimes. Even though my husband is here, he works from home, but he's busy, so sometimes I feel lonely and I call a friend. Sometimes I feel very happy. I actually took this book from the library, and I can tell a teacher had taken it out because she put little sticky notes with questions to ask her students, which is so wonderful. Sometimes I feel very happy. I feel very happy right now because this is one of my favorite things to do. Not only write stories and publish stories about what really happens in my life, but reading stories for children on YouTube so you can listen. And sometimes I feel sad. Sure, we all feel sad sometimes. Even Mrs. Short. Sometimes I feel angry. Mhm. And sometimes I feel guilty. Guilty means you feel bad for something that you did that you probably shouldn't have done. Like maybe you didn't follow a direction, or you didn't put something away that you should have, or maybe you said something that bothered somebody else. Sometimes I feel curious. Like I wonder about things. But then sometimes I'm surprised. I can feel confident. I always feel confident reading stories because that's something that's a part of me. And writing stories. That is something that has been such a part of my life that I feel very confident when I do that. So think about what makes you feel confident. Maybe it's a sport that you play, maybe it's a game that you play. But also, I can feel shy. Oh, yes. Mrs. Short can talk in front of 6 and 7 and 8 year olds. I have no problem. But you put me in front of adults to try to speak to adults about writing, I get really shy and nervous. I can feel a bit worried, but more often I feel I'm just taking the sticky note off. These are great questions that the teacher asked her students, but more often I feel really silly. Sometimes I feel very hungry. I just went for a nice long walk and I was so hungry. I came in and ate an apple and now I feel much better. Truth. And sometimes very full. And right now I feel a little sleepy. How do you feel? And there's pictures from the whole book. And this teacher who made up these little sticky notes to ask her students questions, that's what teachers do. They plan things. They don't just pick up a book and read it just to read it. They read it for a purpose. So I think this is excellent. All right. It says here that Anthony Brown has created many books for children, including the beloved Willie the Chimp titles, Silly Billy and Little Beauty, which Booklist, a publishing company, praised in a starred review for its exquisitely detailed art that blends magic and realism. Wow, he got some good praise for his book. So, if you have some feelings, whether they're happy or sad or lonely or scared or nervous, talk to someone about it. Talk to someone at home, talk to someone at school, talk to a friend, talk to someone you trust. They will help you get through it. I know I have a special group of people that I can go to when I'm not feeling quite myself, and everyone goes through it. All right, friends, that's my lesson for today. You have a great day, and right now, I hope you're as happy as I am. Bye.